Good morning, everyone. Father Jeff here. I have a little message I can bring you this morning. And I'm always sitting thinking about various questions as they relate to religion. And two questions came into my mind that are very closely related. So I'd like to take and talk about them. The first one is, when you pray to God, why is it that you do not get everything that you ask for? Well, I can kind of answer that by saying, um, God gives you what you need, not what you want. And it's kind of like, Lord, I'd sure like you to give me the winning lottery numbers for this Wednesday's pick. And that'd be really nice. Well, maybe God gave you free will and He says you're to make the best choices that you can. And if you were to have a big windfall of money, that kind of relates to the Lord's Prayer, lead us not into temptation, since money is the root of all evil. Well, it kind of depends what you do with it. If you use your resources to take and help others, after you yourself have been made whole and your life is going well and you have extra to take and help other individuals, that is kind of what God is encouraging. Okay, He wants you to take and make your life yours by making your own choices and making your own way. And basically, if He give you everything that you ask for, He would be directing your life, because what you would ask for would direct how your life went. So that would actually not be free will. Okay. The second question that came to mind was, people ask me, what is it like when God talks to you? Is there some thunder and lightning out of the skies and a very large male voice comes down and says, Father Jeff, do this, do that? No, it's not like that. It's different for everyone. Some people have dreams where they dream different ways of their life can go, and maybe God has given you hints as to how you ought to take and structure your life a little bit. But when God talks to me, it's mostly like a thought in the back of my head that it's kind of like a suggestion when God talks to me. And like, I'll be working on the problem and I'll have a thought like way in the back of my head, and it will be something that I had not thought of before. And God helps me out to take and surmount problems that you take and run into. Sometimes when I'm trying to take and put these messages together, I'm just looking for either a story or a passage from the Bible that will take and bring everything together. And I heard one this morning that is a perfect example of the Lord watching out for you and the Lord speaking to you, giving you ideas of what to do to keep your place, yourself safe. It's kind of like you're walking down an alley and the hair on the back of your neck stands up well, maybe I shouldn't take and go down here because there might be some danger there. You know, is the Lord talking to you? I don't know, depends on the individual. But I heard a story this morning that was very intriguing. It seems a guy had been working very hard and finally got off shift, and he had a long drive home. And to take and keep himself awake, since he was a little bit drowsy, he rolled down the window in his car as he's driving along the freeway. And a voice came to him with absolutely no one around. He's driving down the freeway, doing the speed limit. He's alone in the car, and the voice says, "Put your seatbelt on." Okay, he's looking around, and there's no one there. There's no one outside. It's just going along with the flow of traffic. There's not another car yelling at him or anything. You know, a simple message, put your seatbelt on. So he kind of ignored it a little bit, and he continued on. And again, put your seatbelt on. And this time he decided to take and heed the message, and he put his seatbelt on. So he decided to listen to this time. So snapped his seatbelt on, he's continued to driving. Unbeknown to him, there was a flatbed truck that had pulled to the right, not completely off the roadway, and the end of the flatbed, which is hard to see when you're tired and it's not daylight, he hit that. And the next thing he knows, his head is against the steering wheel, and blood is running down the side of his head. So, and he hears an officer come up to him, look at him, and yell to the paramedics that were there, "This one's alive, let's help him out." So if he had not had his seatbelt on, he would have most assuredly been killed. So here God is talking to you in a most certain way to take and keep you safe, to let you know that some action is required on your part to assure that you remain safe and you take care of yourself. So I just thought that story was amazing, that something like that would happen and the Lord would take and step in to your life and just help someone out like that in such a way. God is always keeping watch over us. He knows the past in your life, but he knows the future as well. So if you walk in his footsteps and read the Bible, find yourself a Bible-based church, get his spirit moving within your body, God will be talking to you, and he will enrich your life, and you'll be happier, you'll be healthier. And don't forget, this is when you make yourself whole, please share that with others, so they can help them out that are not so fortunate. So I hope I've given you some good information to think about, and I hope you have a blessed day. See you next time.